tries to trap visitors.
In 2001, the teen who filmed the haunting footage from inside Barton Mansion claims that after he and his friends saw the hulking gray demon, the laws of physics completely changed. As they tried to escape, it allegedly felt like the house was trying to keep them inside, like the walls were literally closing in. It was especially bad on the third floor because it was almost like I had to dodge the walls as they came in on me. If you're planning on visiting the house anytime soon, keep this in mind. You may end up as a permanent resident of Barton Mansion.
The mansion was a sanitarium in the early 20th century.
To further the distinct possibility that the mansion is jam-packed with negative energy, it turns out that the house was a sanitarium in the early 1920s. Initially, the space was set up to treat people with polio and was referred to as the Terraced Spring Sanitarium. The people living in the mansion were said to have rheumatism, high blood pressure, and cases of nervous exhaustion. The mansion grew increasingly dilapidated until it finally closed its doors in the 1950s, reopening soon after as the Terrace Hill Nursing Home. You don't need a rundown of nursing home horror stories to know what went on in these kinds of places. Finally, in the 1970s, the 70-bed facility was overrun with more than 100 patients. After severe flooding wrecked the interior of the mansion, the place was finally closed, leaving only the spectral remains of unsettled souls inside.
Barton lost his mind after his daughters died.
After losing everyone he held dear, Barton understandably lost his way. Forced to live alone in the house he constructed for his deceased loved ones, the doctor went a little mad in the years following his family's mysterious deaths. According to local legend, Barton shut up the house and began practicing pagan rituals and Satanism. He may have even been using the house to murder transients. Their remains kept hidden in his basement. There's really no record of what he got into, but he couldn't have been doing anything good locked up in a mansion all by himself. One of the more tragic theories posits that Dr. Barton may have been trying to summon the spirits of his family. If this is true, it would explain the dark creatures that are said to inhabit the house to this day.
The land was possibly stolen from Native Americans.
Redlands, California sits about 60 miles away from Los Angeles in the Inland Empire. It's an unassuming town full of Victorian houses, but one of those lovely homes has a dark history. In 1859, Dr. Ben Barton bought the future site of the mansion for a paltry sum of money. It's believed that the land was the site of a Native American burial ground, and that it carried a terrible curse. Barton bought the land anyway, laughing off the notion of a curse, and failing entirely to consider the feelings of the families whose beloved relatives may have been buried at the site. To make matters worse, Barton supposedly used the dirt from his property to make bricks that were then used to construct the house. That's right, he literally built his house out of cursed bricks on top of defiled land. After his joyful participation in the exploitation of America's native peoples, Dr. Barton was practically begging for a demonic presence to enter the home and ruin his life.
A group of brave teens find a body part.
The first time a group of teens broke into the allegedly haunted Barton Mansion, they only made it as far as the basement. It was there that they uncovered what appeared to be the remnants of some unnameable ritual. According to the teens, they found 5 rocks in a circular pattern around what appeared to be a piece of meat. When one of the amateur paranormal investigators turned the meat over with a stick, they realized that the cut wasn't copped from some deli. The teen, writing under the pseudonym Paul, said, "As it was rolled over, you could see veins on it that led me to believe it was some kind of bodily organ." That was all they needed to see before hightailing it out of there.
A demon lies at the top of the stairs.
While plenty of paranormal activity goes on in Barton Mansion, the creepiest thing that has been sighted in the home has to be the demon who's said to reside at the top of the staircase. Some people who have visited the home claim that they feel like they are being watched at all times while inside. Many paranormal investigators have said that the feeling comes from a demonic face that stalks through the house, watching people as they ascend the staircase. However, when a group of Redlands teens broke into the mansion in 2001, they didn't just encounter a face, but rather a 7-foot-tall demon that was described as having gray eyes, long ears, and pronounced facial features. Yeah, no thanks.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.